Hello everyone, this is Minoo at Anglo-Link. Welcome to lesson 11 in my EZEE series, where we're going to zap some more common mistakes out of your English. Remember that the aim of learning how to correct our own mistakes is to become more confident about using English, not to speak it perfectly. Okay. Today's lesson is about the words hard and hardly, late and lately, and short and shortly. It would be easy to think that he worked hard and he hardly worked mean the same thing. But actually, they mean very different things. So let's go over to today's lesson to clear up the confusion that exists around these 6 common words. Easy to zap English errors, lesson 11. Hard and hardly, late and lately, short and shortly. Let's have a look at what we're going to be doing. We'll start with a test yourself quiz. Then we'll look at how to use hard and hardly, then late and lately, then short and shortly, before we finish with a final quiz. So, starting with the Test Yourself quiz, I'd like you to choose the right sentences. There is more than one. The studies were hard. The studies were hardly. I studied hard. I studied hardly. And I hardly studied. Which of these sentences are correct? The correct sentences are A. The studies were hard, C. I studied hard, and E. I hardly studied. Let's have a look at why. Hard is both an adjective and an adverb. As an adjective, it means difficult. The studies, which is a noun, were hard, adjective. As an adverb, it means involving a lot of effort. I studied, which is a verb, hard, an adverb here. Hardly is also an adverb, but it has nothing to do with being difficult or involving effort. It means almost not. So if I say I hardly studied, I mean to say I almost did no studying. In other words, I studied very, very little. Hardly always comes before the main verb. I hardly studied. Okay, let's look at late and lately. Late is also both an adjective and an adverb, meaning not on time. For example, as an adjective, we can say, there were many late departures. Late, adjective, departures, noun. Let's look at an adverb example. Our flights departed, a verb, late. Here, late is an adverb. Lately is also an adverb, but it has nothing to do with not being on time. It actually means recently. For example, we have experienced many disrupted flights lately, recently. You can put lately at the start of the sentence too. You can say, lately, we have experienced many disrupted flights. Or you can put it before the main verb. We have lately experienced many disrupted flights. Okay, and finally, let's look at short and shortly. Short is another word which is both an adjective and an adverb. As an adjective, it means not long, referring to distance, time, or physical length. For example, we went for a short walk. Short adjective, walk noun. As an adverb, it is usually used with the verbs cut and stop, and it means reducing the distance, time, or length. For example, we had to cut, verb, short, our walk. Cut verb, short adverb. Shortly is also an adverb. It is only related to time and it means soon. When it's on its own, it's usually at the end of the sentence. For example, we'll go for a walk shortly. Or it can come before the words before and after to modify them. For example, we'll go for a walk shortly after lunch. Okay, I hope that's all clear for you. Let's do our final quiz. I'd like you to decide if there's a mistake in the sentence, and if there is, correct it. Let's start with number 1. He has been behaving strangely lately. That is correct because we want the idea of recently in this sentence, behaving strangely, recently, or lately. Number 2. He always arrives lately for class. This is incorrect because we want to speak about arriving, the verb, for class, not on time, so we need the adverb late, not lately. He always arrives late for class. Number 3. I've never seen anyone work so hardly. This is also incorrect. We're looking for an adverb for the verb work, to work, involving a lot of effort, and therefore we need the adverb hard, not hardly. Okay, number 4. I could hardly see anything from my seat. Incorrect. We're looking at making a negative sentence. I couldn't see anything. I could see nothing. And therefore, the adverb we're looking for is not hard, but hardly. I could hardly see anything from my seat. Number 5. We stopped a short distance away from the farm. This is correct. Distance is a noun, and therefore we have the adjective short before it. A short distance. And finally, number 6. The announcement was made short before midday. Incorrect. We're looking for an adverb to modify before, and that adverb is shortly, not short. The announcement was made shortly before midday.
Well, that is the end of lesson 11. I am sure you will now be able to use these 6 important words confidently. For a complete lesson on how to use adjectives and adverbs correctly, visit my YouTube channel and look for the video Adjectives and Adverbs, or use the link at the end of this video. Also, remember to check out my self-study course for a complete series of grammar, conversation, and pronunciation lessons to improve both your written and spoken fluency. You can join my course by visiting my website, Anglo-Link.com. Also, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and allow notifications to know when my next lesson is online. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in my next lesson. Goodbye for now.